Lean in.
A little bit.
Lean in all snuggly. Snug as a bug. As a beginner. Let's get this motherfucker rolling.
By Noah's Arcade. Up to you. Fine, okay. 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 Fine, okay.
Right, who wants to intro?
I did it last time.
Did you?
Don't know if you did.
No,
You weren't there for that. Those last three.
Not that last one.
I did it before.
Oh, fuck it. Anyway, right. Ladies and gentlemen.
This is...
War.
I always get this bit wrong. Is it Vanderhoff and Co. presents Noah's Arcade, or Noah's Arcade Vanderhoff presents?
No, it's just Vanderhoff and Co.
Welcome to Vanderhoff and Co., the podcast.
Yeah, it's episode 37.
Episode 37.
I'm High Stefanition.
I'm Monkey Man Phil.
I'm Anton Bain.
Gentlemen, it's been a while. The last time we recorded was June.
No, I don't believe you.
Well, actually, no. The last time Phil and I recorded was September.
I told you.
Well, yeah, but you weren't there. You were there in spirit.
I was alcoholic issues. I'm joking. That was a bad joke. Edit that out. That wasn't good.
No, we know you're not a big drinker. Phil's the bigger drinker.
He's 6'7".
Yeah.
Yeah, see the joke there.
So how are we?
Yeah, I'm good.
I'm good. How are you?
I'm not too bad.
Yeah.
It's not been. The last time I saw Anne.
E-I.
Snake. That's an old Harry Hill joke.
It's like, isn't it?
Because have you ever heard that joke?
Only once, twice. I think it was you though.
When he's
3
like,
times.
you like the monkeys in the forest. They have a early warning system for when there's any predators getting that get nearby, and it goes a bit like this. Snake. So there you go. But yes, how are we?
I'm good again. How are you?
I'm good still-ish.
How are you, Ant?
Do you know what? I'm pretty good actually.
You better now?
Yeah, much better now than my eyes recovered. Oh, you guys weren't around when Phil did that to my face.
That lump.
It hasn't bruised, has it?
Yeah. I punched you.
Why are you saying yeah and Stefan saying I believe Stefan?
Because I've got an honest face.
I broke
do.
your skin.
Doubt it.
Where did he hit you?
Literally right there.
Yeah, you've got have you got a scar there already?
Yeah.
Oh well, then
It's fine.
it's fine.
Okay, Daddy.
I can see a lump.
I can see a light.
I'm sure it's just me
Don't go
overreacting.
into the light. But yeah, we've been really lax on recording.
Yeah, you probably
this
find a lot
year.
of the people that are listening actually think we've probably finished
Or
the
died.
podcast.
Yeah. Do you know? I honestly thought maybe we could start doing a different one, but then
Podcast or...
yeah, but because we kind of go off on the tangents. But I think if we try and get back into being more regular,
Regularly, yeah.
Really?
yeah, regular,
Yeah.
and then we'll be all right.
Okay. Because we're gaming / movies and our own personal lives.
Yeah, not that our lives are that interesting.
They're really not. You can tell by our followers.
See?
EGX was interesting for having the last recording session.
I haven't heard that last recording episode.
The last episode we recorded was was it the Sunday night at EGX, and we were literally recording and editing at the same time.
Right, okay.
But prior to recording, during setting up the equipment, we enjoyed a slice and a half each of the delicious brownies that I made.
Uh-huh.
So the episode dissolved Well, it got about halfway through, and then we had to stop and pause for 20 minutes whilst we pissed ourselves laughing.
For the king, where are you?
For the king, because Phil's like, oh, I've forgotten what that game's called. Have you still got that message I sent you? And I said, yeah, it says it's for the king. It's called For the King, Where Are You? And he's like, no, it's called For the King. I was asking, where are you?
I can see you. I can hear you, Phil. And that's got you for a good 10 minutes.
It was both of us.
Yeah.
It was literally both of us.
There was no grammar in it. But the problem was, by that point, it was already too funny.
Yeah.
So, about 20 minutes of laughter later, we then managed to compose ourselves and we're like, right, we'll find out what we just said and continue
like
from
nothing
that.
Happened.
So I press play on the last few seconds, which is me saying, oh, it says For the King, where are you? That's another 10 minutes gone.
Oh, was there like a non-edited version of that show?
No, because we were editing on the fly.
Oh, that's a shame. I would love to have seen that.
You can hear the cut though, because it says, it's like, oh, it says For the King, where are you? And then there's a cut, and then we come back and we're really loud. Because we're so close to the mics and really high by that point.
Yeah.
And then we're really slow.
Did I tell you what happened at work about that, the brownie you gave me?
No.
Oh my God, right? I didn't understand. I made you a brownie. I was like, oh, thanks very much. Didn't think what was going on. So I went to work. Didn't think nothing about it. Just thought, oh, was really nice of Stefan to make me a brownie. Obviously, because I know you're getting into cooking at the moment. You're eating a lot better. And I was thinking, I wonder if it's like a gluten-free one or something like that. I did not think. And I was talking to Robbie. You know Robbie?
Yeah.
And I went, oh, yeah. I just saw Stefan. And he was like, oh, He's like, yeah, he gave me my SNES back. And he put loads of games on it. And he also made me a brownie. And he goes, oh, what kind of brownie? And I went, I think it's a chocolate one. Still not thinking what he actually meant. He goes, oh, okay. I was like, yeah, it looked chocolate. I'm not too sure.
It was very chocolatey.
Yeah.
Very
Yum.
chocolatey.
And a little bit later on, I went, that's with one of my other guys at work. I was like, yeah, I went to go see my mate Stefan. And he's like, at the Geek Squad agent. He's like, yeah, he's fixed my SNES, so it's now got loads of games on it. He goes, oh, that's nice of him. It's like, yeah, he's a really nice guy. He also made me a brownie. And he was like, what kind of brownie? I was like, I think it was a chocolate one. And then that's when I text you. And I said, dude, is this a normal... no. I was like, shit.
Yeah.
I did actually say, I wonder if he tries to eat it at work.
Yeah.
I was so hungry at work, right? And I was sat there and I was like, what have I got in my bag? And I've got a tracker bar. Well, it's not a tracker bar. It's like the Eat Natural one, which is like all the nuts. I was like, oh, I don't really fancy that. I was like, oh, I wish I had some chocolate. And I literally sat there for a couple of seconds and then went, oh, hang on. Oh, Stefan's made me that I could have that brownie.
Yeah.
That's when I text you. I think because obviously I'd spoken to some people like Robbie and then someone, I can't remember who it was at work. And obviously I just literally did not think. And then, then I smelt it and then went, oh.
It wasn't noticeably...
I know the smell of the cash cake. So I know it's a weird smell, the cooking smell. So obviously I know what it does. So when I went to Amsterdam, that's when I had quite a lot. And the smelling of it, the process of it is such a different way that you would expect to smell it if it was like through smoking it, for example. This isn't about video games anymore, kids. This is about drugs.
It is about drugs.
So yeah, that was crazy.
Change subject. To drugs.
Take drugs.
To drugs. To take drugs.
Drugs will make you cool.
It depends on the drug. Meth does not. Teeth retention is not key for that one. And what I've noticed is people like good teeth.
Yes.
Sometimes.
So yeah, that was... They were
meth.
pretty effective. For a first attempt, I think they came out very well.
Yeah.
With the first night we had them, and we were just like...
Well,
just
the first,
proper
you
mellow.
were like, I'm feeling really mellow. I was like, oh, I feel alright. I feel really good. And I was like, oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was real nice, mellow, chilled. But yeah, we thought, oh, we'll have a slice and a half on the Sunday night because we're going home. We haven't got to be up on the Monday. Thank Christ, because it was about 10:30 before we actually woke up, which that's the last time I had a decent lie-in.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Kids, right? Yeah.
But yeah, it was that and a slice and a half. We finished recording the episode, and then I was like, oh, Phil, I'm a bit, and it was a kind of hurried try and pack everything away because I was slowly whiteying. I was like, nah.
Not today.
How do you kill something which has no life? That's what you look like then.
Yeah. Well, it was crazy. I did not expect that because it was a slice and a half.
Yeah.
And prior to that, a slice had been, but obviously just tipped the balance and
It was funny.
was funny.
It was funny. Was that the night where you said, "I'm really sorry, I've got to close my eyes"?
Yeah.
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 I'm really sorry, I've got to close my eyes. I can't do this right now.
Yeah. I was spinning. I was starting to kind of spin out and
Oh my
just
God, I've not had that for years.
yeah, no, neither have I. And it was just like, yeah, no, not good. But yeah, we played games at EGX. We played
Good
lots
games.
of games.
That's
Spoke
good.
to some cool people and ate some hash cake.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Cool. Yeah. So that was the last time we recorded, and it was
A little while ago.
yeah. It's a shame because we've got a lot of good content.
Yeah.
Always have loads of good
So
stuff.
Loads
much.
of good content. So, what have we been playing?
That's actually pretty much the biggest question of the evening, isn't it?
So we've got 6 months worth of that.
What have we been playing? for the
What
last
have we
6
been
months?
playing for the last 6
Oh.
months?
I actually have a list.
You got a list to go?
It's been that no, because I've been completing that many games and playing that many
Oh, you're
games.
talking
I've
about
got a list.
Looking at your list on your PlayStation app.
No.
Well, you've just been writing them down.
Yep.
Mm.
I also I was on holiday a few weeks ago, and I started to write a top 10 games of all time list. I'm currently on 67 games, so I've got to try and dwindle that down to my top 10.
Bloody hell.
The top 100 and then whip them down.
That's what I'm going to change because it's really easy. I can either go from I think it's 67 on there down to 10, or I just change that 10 to 100.
100.
Just add a few
Yeah.
more games on. I was like, that's way
Are
easier.
they in order already? Or are
Well,
they
no.
just 100 games that you... Like, well, how many games have you got there so far?
67.
67. Are they 67 games that are just games that you enjoy, or are they in number one being your top game?
Well, right. It's not. It is and it isn't. The reason why it is because the top 5 games.
Are like your top 5 favourite of all
No,
time?
actually, they're not. Like, it's Monkey Island is my first game because that's my first go-to game. When someone says, "What's your favorite game?" I just say Monkey Island because that's what I played growing up.
Growing up.
Growing up. Yeah. I was growing up.
Up.
Yeah.
No, Growing Up's
Growing.
the one from Despicable Me.
I didn't know that. I haven't seen it.
It is actually.
So yeah, when I was growing up, one of my first games I played was Monkey Island.
You'd
Obviously,
really like the third Despicable Me because Trey Parker does voice in it.
seriously.
Yeah. funny.
But it's not my favourite game. I know what my favourite game is. So I'm going, right, so now I need to make all the other games around it. But yeah, basically what I did when I was on holiday, I thought to myself, what is the best game on each generation? So then I just started going through like loads of like top 200 lists and then writing down the one for the Xbox, the GameCube, all the games consoles I had, but only games that I've actually played. Because I don't want to put any games on here that I haven't played.
Yeah.
That's when I realised I play a lot. Because there's also games that I've played and then didn't put on the list.
Okay.
There's a lot of crap I played. Like, I don't know if I should put Altered Beast on there. Or Armored Core. Like, I think of those games and I go, shit, I've gone on a tangent of literally my top 100 games list. But anyway, once I've finished it, I will give you the top 10 list and also the top 100 list as well. Because I'm going to have
Are
it
they
all
going
on
to be
there.
in order? Or
Yeah.
are they just going to be...
I'm going to do it all in order.
Nice.
What's going to annoy me is if they release another game that affects this list, like the Outer World,
Another world.
not Another World. It's just been announced by I think it's Outer Worlds. It's just been announced by Obsidian Entertainment, the guys who
Oh,
made
yeah,
Knights of the Old Republic.
Oh, yeah.
And it's published by Take-Two Interactive, who own Rockstar Games, and it's basically they worked on Fallout Vegas, and I'm kind of interested about how they're going to go with a single player, what looks like.
But that's not going to be out for a little while.
I know. Don't insult me. I know it upsets
No,
me
But
and
Ant's
insults
the
me.
kind of guy that will dedicate himself to a single game for a
Yeah.
period of time.
Yeah.
I haven't got to that bit yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I'm thinking 76 or 67 games you've got written down so far?
67.
67. So there's only another, 33 left.
Exactly that. And so yeah, it's not actually that far off. And I've just got to my list. There it is. I found it. So yeah, for just this, since I said to you that I was going to complete all those games to start playing Red Dead Redemption 2, best game of all time. It's not it probably is the best. It's probably the top. I got Alien Isolation.
Do you mean like in the future, or you mean in right now?
Right now for me in my life.
Yeah, but what about in like 10 years' time? Is it still going to be the best game of all time?
Well, Red Dead Redemption 1 has been my favourite game for, 8 years, 9 years?
Mm.
So that, what I would say, would be one of my favourite games due to the storyline and how it played out at the end. Should I say... No. Spoilers?
No, I think there's a point of which a game's... the spoiler... What do they call the time frame if you've committed a crime and there's a time with which to be able to... What's the statute of limitations?
I think that's what it is.
Yeah. So the statute of limitations on spoilers, I think we're all right.
Especially Red Dead 1, right?
Yeah.
John Marston dies. Near the end of Red Dead 1, you take on...
Wait a minute!
Yeah. Oh, yeah, people. People, if you don't know yet, I'm sorry. Spoiler alert, not spoiler alert. That happened. 10 years ago, that happened.
Oh.
Yeah.
Only 10.
Almost a decade. So obviously when that happened, I was just like blown away.
It came out 10 years ago.
Yeah. It's like 8 or 9, 10 years. It's that long.
It's like 8 or 9 or 10 years.
8 or 9 or 10
It's between
years.
8 and 15 years. It's going to look it up.
It was released
8 or 9 or 10
8 or
years
9
ago.
or 10 years ago. Let's go Red Dead Redemption.
8 or 9 or 10 years
8
ago.
or 9 or 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Release.
It
Google.
might be 8 years ago for the Red Dead Collector's Edition, and then 10 years ago for Red Dead when it first came out.
Well, yes, I was like, what else there? All right, calm down.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, whilst you're looking that up, I'm just going to read out the list of games, Phil. That
What's your money on? All right, I've got the answer already. What's your money on?
2007,
No. Phil.
2009.
No.
2008,
No.
2012?
No.
I don't know, I'm just making numbers up now.
2010.
Yes.
So it's 8 years old.
Yes.
8 years old. Beautiful game. So yeah, the games that I've completed to get ready for Red Dead Redemption 2, which is the game that I've been playing pretty much non-stop since then, was Alien Isolation, Batman. No, I completed Batman Arkham Knight ages ago. How do you pronounce that? Is it
Deus.
Deus Ex? Mankind
Divided.
Divided?
Revolution was the last one.
Ah, okay.
Obviously, I completed Hitman, Hidden Agenda, Thimbleweed Park, Heavy Rain, Uncharted 1 and 2.
Heavy Rain.
Heavy Rain. And also as well, there was one on my Vita that I completed, but I can't remember what it was called. And but it was Exile's End. That was it.
Oh, not Uncharted Gold Abyss. Was
No,
that not?
that's currently in my Vita that I've got on me right now. I took it to work today actually to play a bit of Uncharted.
It's good. I like it.
Yeah, it's actually a pretty cool game. So yeah, that's just the games like you were saying, Steph, a minute ago. Dedicating time to the cause, complete all those games, get on it, do the right thing, go out and play Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm not going to tell you the ending.
My gaming backlog is...
Quite
Ooh.
severe, I'm guessing.
Hello.
My tummy's making funny noises.
That'll be the prawns.
Yeah. And I'm still finding myself buying new games and playing an hour and then it's
Putting them away.
ridiculous. Yeah.
That's why I had to get away from. That's why I created the list like you did. I took your advice on it. It was amazing. Writing down every game, going on to howlongtobeat.com, completely different website.
Yeah.
And then literally just going, right, how long was it to beat that game? How long was it to beat that game? And I just put it all on a piece of paper and then went, let's do it by shortest game to longest game. And then I just cleared out so many so quick.
Well, I played Black Ops 3 because they made that free on PlayStation. I played that and completed it and enjoyed it. And I thought, do you know what? I'm going to get Infinite Warfare back. And I really enjoyed that.
Is it the campaign you talk about?
Yeah. Single player. And like all the space stuff. And yeah, I really liked Infinite Warfare. I don't know why I didn't
Don't
play
smash them
through
in the
it
face. It's okay.
previously. Because the campaign's actually quite good.
I've heard that. Yeah, I was going to get Call of Duty Black Ops Declassified for the Vita.
Oh, yeah?
Then I read the reviews where they said that what was it? That if a this is designed by someone who wants to hurt and insult the Call of Duty fan base. I was like, more than the actual game itself.
That was me.
Yeah, I was going to say this is Phil. They've
You
spoken
should
to
play Killzone
Mercenaries.
That's
Didn't you
really
have that?
good.
I do, yeah.
Yeah,
That's really good.
I think I played it on
Vita.
Phil's Vita.
Yeah. I enjoy it. I just haven't finished it.
There's moments in it where it's really quite hard.
Yeah.
Um,
Am I too close? Is it too loud for me when I'm talking?
no, that's fine.
Okay, just making sure. So I just realised I was sat like that.
No, it's fine. I'll have to normalise all of the levels anyway because Phil and I are having to share a microphone
Microphone.
because we've got a cable missing.
Microfilm? I do not know about no microfilm.
And so I played those, and then I accidentally bought God of War.
Oh, okay.
And I've played the opening sequence and the fight, and that's really cool. But then I also got Horizon Zero Dawn
What are you doing to yourself?
at the same time.
I remember you saying about that actually.
And that's
Two long
good.
games.
Yeah, and I find that luckily they're not big install sizes. Because I've still got Final Fantasy 15 and The Witcher 3 sat on my hard drive.
Give up.
That's like
Yeah.
100, 150.
He's got like 450 hours of gaming there.
Yeah.
But then on my Christmas list is Spider-Man.
That's
and
only like 22
Shadow of
hours.
the Tomb Raider.
That's like another 20 odd hours.
And Fist of the North Star.
Oh my god.
That's like 18 hours.
And Smash Brothers.
That's like 9
Bayonetta
hours.
2. Yeah.
Smash
Yeah.
Brothers, 9
And I
hours.
have just bought Pokemon Let's Go Eevee.
Oh my god.
Because I'm glutton for punishment.
Yeah, sounds like it.
It's ridiculous. So yeah, I've been big games and not enough time.
Yeah.
And now I've had some new review games come in as well.
Really?
Yeah. Mutant Year Zero Road to Eden, which is kind of like XCOM. But it's got open world exploration, but it's like XCOM. I think you'd like it.
I was going to say, you just literally said a few
XCOM.
things. Open world and XCOM. And I'm like, hello.
As you go around, you can there are enemies around, and you can sneak past them. But if you choose to attack them, you can single out enemies. And if there's just a single enemy, and you ambush them, it's one battle. And if you can do it silently, that's done. And you've whittled down the group, and it's all about your positioning.
Yeah.
It's
XCOM-y.
so you've got tactics before you even start the XCOM style. Yeah,
It sounds like early Rainbow Six with elements of XCOM, yeah.
and it's just like XCOM. It is hard as nails,
Yeah.
but you can also get like
What about XCOM 2? It was one of the free PlayStation games of the month. Really cool.
weapon upgrades, and you can get new hats and outfits and stuff, and boost people's stats. And
Yeah.
it's liking it. And I've got Gungrave VR, but I haven't played enough of that because I've been so tired that VR's hard to play when I'm tired.
Yes, I am envious that you have the VR.
It's all right.
I reckon I'd really like it.
It's all right.
It's alright.
It's all right. Yeah,
all right.
there's some of the games are pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So what's your favourite game on the VR?
I think Super Hot actually.
I've heard that Super Hot VR is really good. All
That's
that
one
time.
that I would want to
Yeah.
get.
How the time stops and stuff like that, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah, I've heard this is a really good one.
that's probably the most immersive game on VR that I've played, because I will literally forget about my surroundings and start knocking things where I'm reaching for stuff that actually isn't there. But
You're reaching for it anyway.
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun. But I was playing that at the
Daddy.
beginning of playing it at the beginning of the summer, just as we were having our lovely weather,
Yeah.
and I was sweating my ass off.
Wow, nice. That's why I like the some of the Wii games at the early start of it, when it was all about fitness and trying to like get people active to play games.
Yeah,
That's what I actually enjoyed about that, and then actually just like jumping around and just having fun with it.
it is
times.
good. I need to do more of it, especially now that it's colder.
Yeah.
It'll be save me putting any heating on.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go.
Make your own heat from yourself. Warm up the house.
Yes, but Red Dead 2.
Yes.
It's that good, is it?
So yes, you said about me making time for the game. I did. I booked 10 days off work, which is the longest amount of time I've spent outside of work in maybe 6 years. And I wanted to basically make sure that I had enough time to complete the main storyline within the first, before I went back to work, which I achieved. So I did play Red Dead Redemption 2 from start to finish, also the prologue as well. And then on the last day is when I didn't play it for like a day, to give myself a break. And then after that, I then restarted the game, and now I'm on chapter 3, I think it is. So I'm already pretty much halfway through the game again. I'm a little bit of a fan. I'm going to keep it modest. I'm going to say it is almost a 10 out of 10. I'm going to say it is like 9.9.
Does it live up to your expectations?
Yes, it actually did. Yeah. So with the main story arc, how they played it out, there was a few bits where the game itself wasn't slow, because that would be the wrong choice of words. It was, you had to take it slow. So you're playing a certain mission that had no real value to the main story arc, but they placed it in there because it was something you could do. It's a long story arc. So I can see that what they wanted to do was basically make a story that you got engrossed into, and it wasn't just big thing after big thing after big thing, heist after heist after heist. So, but with those small missions that you had to do, because of the storyline and the acting and the voice acting and the sound quality, you just got engrossed in what is almost a movie game.
Okay.
So it reminded me a lot of like some of the video that Hideo Kojima did in Metal Gear. The quality of that was so good that you didn't mind that Metal Gear Solid 4 had 14 hours worth of video.
Yeah.
You know, it was that kind of stuff. So when it all just synced in really well. So I'd finish off a main story arc, and then I'd go and do a stranger mission, which doesn't count towards the 107 missions that the game's has. It was just a random stranger mission on the side, and then next thing you know, you'd finish that mission, and then right in front of you would have a few deer, and you're like, oh, I need to get the meat. And also, it's coming close to night time, so I've got to make sure I camp up and sleep, otherwise my stats will be bad. And I've got to eat to make sure I stay at a decent health. Obviously, you don't want to get underweight, because then that will affect your stats, so you couldn't shoot as well and stuff like that. It's quite clever having that bit. It was early San Andreas style, that kind of element to it. And so yeah, and then after I woke up in the morning, because obviously you got to make sure you have a camp. So I watched the stars. Made myself my food. Obviously, I did. You cook up with Phil. This is some advice for you. Always pick up thyme and garlic and stuff like that, so that when you cook your meat, you add the garlic and the thyme to it, and it adds a different a health benefit and for your dead eye and your health and things like that. It really does help. And for online people, use thyme, because it helps you with your dead eye and your stats and stuff like that. And then it's such an easy thing. You always find it around where you're hunting. Just go out and get the thyme. That's the herb, by the way. It literally just use your dead eye. Sorry, eagle eye, and you'll see it. But anyway, I digress. So after you've done that, but you woke up in the morning, and then you're usually quite close to another mission. So it became so fluid that I flew through it. But I was also taking time doing all the stuff on the side, and actually going and reading some of the newspapers. And then when you read some of the newspapers, it tells you what to do in the story, or it will give you hints on where things are and stuff like that. But you wouldn't, if you were playing it like speed runs, you wouldn't read all the papers and stuff like that. So you would miss all the little bits that the game gave you in the background. You could then go and explore this massive open world, and the challenges and all the things that they put in the background to keep you interested. It just made the game run so fluid. And that's why even you had 107 missions, which the original game only had like 38 storyline missions. So if you think about the size on the story, and they kept me engrossed for probably just over 60 hours, I don't mind paying the $79.99 that I did for the Ultimate Edition, because it was such good value for money. And my holiday turned out to be cheaper than going to a 4-star Mallorca. So, win-win.
Until you bought the game for someone else.
That was a birthday present, and I think that's probably one of the most generous things I've ever done in my life to someone who did not care. But it's okay.
Did you buy Phil his copy for his birthday?
No, my mate Matt.
Oh, you bought Matt his
I
copy?
bought Matt his copy of Red Dead 2.
It's not March yet.
No,
Yeah.
I know. I thought that.
Matt's
but I was
November.
like, what?
Yeah, Matt's November. And so I bought it for him, and he did the first level, and then didn't play it until online came out, which was like...
So has he got as far as me, and I haven't had much time to play it?
If you've turned it on and gone past the first level, you've gone further. But he's done lots of the online.
Oh yeah, obviously he's done lots online.
Yeah, he's like level 19, level 20.
He's probably gone and followed someone else to do everything else for him.
Well, yeah, but
And then
I am very
probably-
good.
He's probably gone and got new costumes.
No, actually, I was the first one. I taught him how to do that.
Yeah, has he got many of those now, though?
Yeah, he's got more than me now, but that was then. This is now.
So, have you been playing much of it as well, Phil?
No.
No?
No. I haven't played that much at all. Because
good.
just been going back and forth to Brighton.
You've got a new job, haven't you?
Yeah.
You're
Shaking away.
shaking your thing.
Shaking my
Shaking
thing
your
away.
moneymaker.
Yeah. So I tried to play it while I was away in Brighton, and my PSVita wouldn't connect.
Of course it wouldn't. You have KFC Wi-Fi. You have to have like 20 meg broadband.
This isn't the Horseman.
This isn't the Horseman.
I still think he has the same. In my head, it's never going to change. It's KFC Wi-Fi.
KFC, okay.
I mean, his Wi-Fi didn't. His Peter didn't connect, so kind of like proof of point.
I think it might have been the Wi-Fi in the hotel, though.
Yeah.
Which is a problem.
It's crazy to think that they released that with a 4G variant, like a 3G, 4G variant, thinking that it was going to work across the network.
Yeah.
Because my Vita is the 4G one. I've never tried it with my SIM card to see how it actually plays.
I've connected it
mine's
via my
standard.
phone, so like
I've done that.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it just didn't still didn't connect.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh,
So yeah, Red Dead 2 for me is pretty much like almost the perfect story.
I nearly got it,
Yeah.
but I talked myself out of it. Just because I was like, no, you've got enough games. Christmas coming up. You need to just focus on Christmas presents and just wait until
Yeah.
the new year and get it when you've got some time.
Yeah.
When you're dead.
Yeah. It's better
When
to be
you
red than
retire.
dead.
Yes. Better
Yeah.
to be red than dead.
Yep. That's one of the marketing bits for the first game.
Was it?
Yeah.
I remember I played the first one. I enjoyed it. I think it's the Wild West thing it's all right. It's not really my thing. It's like Westworld. I'll watch that, but it's mainly because it's kind of futuristic, whilst having the Wild West stuff.
Yeah.
Same with Wild Wild West.
Ricky Wow.
Wow, wow.
That's actually an alright Western movie. It's a bit too futuristic for me with the giant spider.
Yeah. Speaking of westerns,
Let the show begin!
the amazing Kenneth Branagh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I actually like what's Will Smith's partner's?
Jada Pinkett Smith.
No, in the film
In which movie, sorry?
Wild Wild West.
Oh, Kevin Kline.
Yeah, I think he's quite good.
He's really good in that. With the train.
Yeah,
Because I said to Matt, well, wouldn't it be awesome that in Red Dead Online, like 2 years' time, they release an update where you could buy the train from Wild Wild West? And he went, oh, that would be amazing. I was like, yeah, it would.
So what do I have online for Red Dead 2? Because obviously I've got no knowledge on online.
Right, so they're very different games. So at the moment, 'cause obviously it's very early beta. As of today, they released patch 1.04, which is basically stability and bug fixes. But the game itself, single player, obviously you've played a little bit, very deep, immersive, got loads of stuff going on all the time. With Red Dead Online, on the other hand, I feel that Rockstar have learnt from Grand Theft Auto Online's release. So when GTA Online was released, Phil, you were there.
Yeah.
It had lots of content in the background, but the servers weren't strong enough to take it. So it had all these missions, it had loads of parachute stuff, all these death matches. It was actually quite a lot of content in the background. Yeah, so you had a free roam death match, effectively, with loads of missions. But what they obviously want to do with this one is they want to turn it into what GTA Online is like now, which is a free roam with loads of missions. And it's all free flowing. There's always something going on, depending
Rather than loading something, it's just there.
They learnt that Grand Theft loading screen wasn't fun. At the very, very start, Grand Theft loading screen was really annoying. Yeah. And I'd spend more time on an evening in a loading screen because I had to go between missions through those loading screens than it was playing the actual game. So when they introduced like the free roam events, that's when I felt GTA Online became a really good online game, because it had all these free roam stuff where, for example, you'd be driving and all of a sudden it'd say, this car's being stolen. If you go steal it, you'll get more money for it, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, when I loaded into yours in that game and I destroyed the car that he was driving and got really angry at me.
Oh, yeah, it was so fast you destroyed his... Like, he was selling, like, 250 grand, and you literally came into the world, blew him up, and logged off. He didn't play online with me for a week because you did that.
Other times he didn't play online with me for a week because he hated me because of silly things like that. And you were like, Matt, I don't know what your problem... No, because he kicked me out, didn't he? Because it was his room. But he kicked me out because I blew up his car that he was trying to sell, which was part of the mission.
Yeah.
But my part of the mission was to blow up the cars.
It was so funny and so fast. That was the thing. I've never seen Tasmanian Devil work so quick. You literally came in and went, and then went, destroyed him straight away. And then literally, did he kick you?
Yeah, because I went to go for you, and I think I planted like a C4 on your car, and then he kicks me out the room. Because like you guys, if I blew up both of you, I got like 500,000, I think, or something like 500,000.
No. If you would have blown up that car, you get $5,000.
Yeah.
For him to sell that car, he got like 300,000. But that was 300,000 that he had built up himself. So he was like, you came and did that, and he was gone. I was like, oh, why?
Yeah, because he kicked me out of the room. Because it literally loaded up on the screen saying, this person's trying to sell this thing. And I was like, alright. And it was like, target him. And I was like, okay.
Because I like how you say it said, this person is trying to sell a thing. It said, a person you know's name then is selling their product.
I was like,
that.
Yeah.
Dat is trying to sell this. Would you like to blow him up and you would earn this much money? Yes, I would.
Yeah, it's such a small amount. Yeah, he was fuming, didn't play for a week. And so, yeah, I think what they've done is they've learned from that, and what they've done, they've released it. They've said it was a beta, but I think now people have never understood what a beta actually is. They've said this is the website you'll go to tell us what you want us to improve and all the bug fixes, but we've got a timescale we're going to release it in. It's going to be awesome. GTA took a year and a half to get done out of beta.
I kind of hope that when they say beta, it's especially for Matt, more for Matt than anyone else. Or more for Dat than anyone else.
Yeah.
That it's a beta.
Yeah.
So, like, at the end of the beta, they refresh everyone's characters and start them at
Yeah,
zero
apparently
again.
they're not
going to do that.
transferring.
Oh, that would-
They've already announced they're not going to do that, but I brought that up.
No, I thought they were going to reset.
No, they said
I
anyone
thought it
is
wasn't
okay.
going to carry over.
It is now, yeah.
Ah.
They've
I'd
already come out and actually
peed
officially
myself.
announced it. But
I
yeah,
peed myself.
I basically Phil knows how much stress I get from him when it comes to talking about games, and because he likes to vent at me, and I'm like, your argument isn't based on logic, so it doesn't understand. I don't understand it. And I tried to explain something to him, but anyway, it takes an issue. But anyway, yeah, I did actually prep beforehand. I got messages like through my teeth kind of style, because it's like, this is a beta, it's going to be crap, just bear with it. Yeah,
How much have you heard from him in terms of, this is just a beta, this is terrible, I'm going to complain to Vince McMahon?
Why Vince McMahon?
It's always Vince McMahon.
because
Okay.
of the issues he had with the WWE 2K series.
You need to sort your skirt out, Phil.
Yeah, but the actual the online
See
game
your- see your vagina.
back to the actual game as well. So yeah, the online part.
Flies.
It's a little bit empty at the moment. It has got a set of stranger missions, and it's also got a storyline. It's got a 8 mission storyline, which 2 of those missions you can only do if you're a bad guy. So you've got to be dishonourable to play those 2. Luckily, one of my friends who plays online with me is a dishonourable player. So when we're playing in his crew, I did those 2 missions and got 100% storyline completion.
Nice.
I'm going to guess what they'll do now is they'll release more content as you go forward, and then they'll have more storyline to fill in what's happening.
I know, I heard, I don't know,
Ask.
No.
I know all the answers now, so you can
I
ask
know
ask away.
that during the actual main game, they have it so if you're honourable, you get better perks,
discounts
and
and
better
I know what,
discounts.
Phil. Why don't you try talking closer to the microphone?
I know.
Because you leaned. It was like I'll
leaned-
sit,
I was just
I'll sit
chilled.
down and then I'll lean back.
I just chilled out. I just got another beer and chilled. I heard.
Yeah.
Now he's moved the microphone closer to me. That if you're honourable, you get better discounts at the shops and stuff like that. But then if you're dishonourable, you get better things in a different way.
Yeah,
Like-
that is true. I can.
Is that same online?
Yes, to a
But-
point. I can only tell you from my personal experience, and I'm very, very, very knowledgeable on all aspects of the game, apart from the dishonourable section. For some reason, when I play Red Dead 1 and also Red Dead 2, I naturally go to a very high honourable person, and it's just literally my gaming style. So I do know you get for the highest honourable section, which I got that achievement quite quickly on the online part, only the other day. It basically gives you discounts in the stores and people will come up to you in the single player game and come up to you and be like, "Oh, thank you for helping me. Blah, blah, blah. Here's some, or here's more missions over here, or oh, can you please now help me with this?" So if you help someone, it comes back later. In the online part, it's more basic to that at the moment. It's all to do with discounts. To answer your question.
There you go.
So you get better discounts in shops if you're honourable.
Yeah.
And then if you're dishonourable,
I actually don't know what the perk is, but I do know you get discounts and some other aspects of it.
I don't know, didn't they change the sort of pickups? If you're honourable, you get better pickups.
Well, I know that as well. It depends on what kind of lobby you get put into. It also the stranger missions you do. Mm-hmm. That's what it affects the most. Sorry. So if you do more dishonourable things, you get more dishonourable missions. So that you'll be doing, instead of doing a stagecoach pickup, you'll be doing a stagecoach robbery.
Oh, okay.
So you're naturally going towards how you actually play.
Online, you're saying that you've done 100% of the missions. Is there like couple of missions that are just honourable, and then
there's 8 missions in total, and 6 of those you can be honourable. You can be neutral or honourable.
Jimmy Neutral.
And there's 2 missions that you play where you have to be dishonourable. So yeah, like I mentioned, my friend, he is dishonourable, so it was easy. So I just did him when I was part of his posse, and then when I was in my own posse, I know it's very close to the word pussy. I know.
Couldn't tell.
Yeah.
Paying any attention.
Well, I like to have a big posse.
Who doesn't?
Who doesn't? Yeah. The more the merrier. Yeah. Only the other day I had 5.
Emil.
Only the other day
I
actually had 5 guys in my posse at once.
Wow.
It was very exciting.
I wanted 5 guys last week.
in your posse.
Just generally.
In his
but
mouth. He wants to eat it.
unfortunately, I had to wait for Phil.
Yeah.
And
You had to get McDonald's instead.
And he was late, so I had to get McDonald's instead.
Yeah.
I wasn't late. The trains were late.
That means you're late.
Well, yeah, well,
If you were
And we
using
missed
that
the beginning
train.
of the film.
not much of it.
No. We managed to... It was the... We were just catching the setup of who the new characters were. That girl
That girl.
and her dad, Dave.
Wasn't Dave, was it?
Dave
It
Angel.
was Dave.
Was it actually Dave?
Yeah. Because every time,
Oh,
time All Might goes, Dave.
Dave.
And it's just like, oh, Dave. It's just like the worst thing. Well, there's one main character who they introduced for the film, and he's called Dave.
Dave.
It's a good name. Good strong name.
And the Japanese, just the way that he was saying, oh,
Dave.
Dave. Oh, Dave. But,
Dave.
yeah, it was nice to watch some anime in the cinema, especially after binging 2 seasons. Because we played the My Hero Academia game, and Phil was like, oh, I quite fancy watching this.
Yeah.
2 seasons later, and then he's like, oh, you need to watch it, Steph. I was
Well, I
like,
finished it pretty quickly. And then I was like, you do need to watch it. Highly recommend it.
oh, speaking of games and EGX, we played Jump Force,
We did.
and we played... Oh, no, we didn't play One Piece World Seeker. That wasn't there.
No.
We played Jump Force, which is an anime fighting game, which has got all Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, One Piece,
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Bleach, Yu-Gi-Oh characters in
Hunter
this
x
one
Hunter.
fighter game. Hunter x Hunter, yeah. And they've got a collector's edition coming out next year. And it's the game, season pass. There's a statue thing with it. I think it's like a steelbook copy of the game. And it's 280 quid.
Wow.
I was like, what the fuck?
That's...
I want that game and I want that collector's edition, but I don't £280 want it.
Well, yeah, because that's like the cost of a console.
Yeah, exactly.
The software's more expensive than the hardware.
They've announced collector's edition. Shut up. Collector's edition
Yeah.
for One Piece World Seeker, which comes with the game, season pass, a statue like a replica fruit from in the game, and the soundtrack, and that's 150.
150. Does it come with a canvas bag?
No.
Yeah.
What, like the Fallout?
The Fallout 76 canvas bag.
What's that? Is that?
299.99.
Oh, I wouldn't get it on game.
Yeah, but that's just literally just one of the ones I can find in the UK.
I can't. I don't understand how it's that. How the Jump Force Collector's Edition. I
Is that
struggled
much?
then.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on. Edition,
Yeah,
collector's edition.
yeah. I remember where I first was when I saw the first signs.
What does it even have apart from
It's the game, the big ass statue,
9 additional characters? It depends on how much they're going to charge for each character.
canvas bag,
Canvas bag.
robot helmet. No, because that's Fallout 76. Do you
Oh.
hear the canvas bags that people
Yeah.
are supposed to have been?
They've given them now.
Yeah, they're redoing proper like nylon ones,
Yeah.
aren't they, or whatever it was?
But
yeah,
no.
the
Oh.
collector's editions they were giving out. The bags were like supposed to be these nice kind of
Canvas
kit bag,
style
canvas
bags.
kit bag things, and they were just really like cheap nylon
Yeah.
things.
Really?
And
But then it
everybody-
gets worse though. Do you hear about the whole story though?
no.
What they did afterwards, how to compensate.
Oh yeah, it was
Oh,
there was
my
like
God.
in-game currency or something, wasn't it?
It was in-game currency to the value of half the price of the bag you can buy in-game. So they gave you a shit bag, and as compensation to say, sorry, we did actually mislead you. Because they also, did you see about what they said that it was actually supposed to be sent that way? And they changed it on their website to say nylon instead of canvas, but they didn't change it on all the other websites like Game and Amazon and stuff like that.
Okay.
So they got caught out that way. Then they had a staff member who was like, they called him a temp who no longer works with them. But they, on one of the complaint calls that was recorded, they turned around and said, on email, sorry, on the chat on that, said, yeah, this is what they're doing. They're not going to give you any refunds. This is what they planned all along. So that person got fired. It was along those words, right? And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that person got fired. And so then they didn't. Then they said, oh yeah, we've made a mistake. We'll give you compensation of $3.99, which is half of the value of what it would cost to buy that exact replica bag in game.
Wow.
And I was like, and it's in game currency. They could have just said, we'll give you the bag in game.
Yeah.
Really sorry. So now they're actually giving it out.
Yeah, they're making the bags now, aren't they?
Now
And
they're
gonna
actually doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
They-
was 164 quid for that as well.
Yeah.
That's the one with the helmet as well,
I
isn't
think
it?
so, yeah.
Power Armor Edition.
I know Bethesda are going to be fine. They're not going to struggle too bad because they are a very wealthy company. And they're not a limited or a PLC, so they don't have any shareholders. They're owned by like a consortium of really high, rich people who work in Hollywood. But oh my god, how can a company go from releasing Fallout 4, Skyrim Remastered, and then Fallout 76?
But was it them that has made Fallout 76? I don't know if it is actually them that...
They released it.
Yeah, they released it, but is it not the same company that did the Elder Scrolls Online that made
Yeah.
Fallout 76?
Why didn't they learn? Elder Scrolls Online is better than Fallout Online. Sorry,
don't
Fallout 76, because I don't want to call it Fallout Online.
But then that's been one of the games that has the Black Friday deals. The prices have just fallen right out of it.
Yeah.
That Tomb Raider and Starlink has had all of its prices.
I heard Hitman got reduced quite a lot as well. In the
Oh, I didn't
stores,
see that.
in retail.
Ah, okay.
Which I didn't see at all.
And it annoyed me about Starlink because I pre-ordered that because I
Yeah.
wanted the
Star
Star Fox Switch edition, and I'm not that fussed because now I'm considering buying all the little add-on bits and pieces so that I can vary up my ships and stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm still pissed that I paid like 48 and all the starter kits are now like 25.
That's a lot, innit?
And I'm just like,
But is the Star Wings like not limited edition?
no,
Or
it's
is
the
it
standard
literally just
Switch
standard
edition.
Switch?
It's a really good game, and I'm really enjoying it.
But you paid a lot just for the privilege of having it early.
Yeah, since the price fell out of it so quickly. The only way I was considering Fallout 76 was a review copy.
Yeah.
And I thought, because we had an email go out from the PR group that was handling it, and they wanted updated details, address and everything. And I was just like, ooh. And we got a postcard.
Oh, okay. Where from?
Fallout 76.
West Virginia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is kind of nice postcard,
Yeah.
but it's not the game. So.
kind of wanted that.
Yeah. Didn't get Just Cause 4. We haven't had, yeah. so I'm kind of bitter about having not had. But I haven't got the time. So,
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah,
I've had time, yeah. No one's had time. You've
No.
had time.
I've had so much
you've got to
Red Dead Online,
make
Red Dead 2
time,
time.
Phil,
You've got to
and
make
then
time.
it gives you your dead shot.
You've got to make time.
Yeah, with
No,
your
you don't make time. You pick time.
pick it real good.
Just reminded me of don't know why, but that just reminded me. I think you said a P word. A Bo Burnham joke that I heard earlier on this morning that made me laugh. He goes, I like the word poop. And the reason why I like the word poop is because when you say the word poop, it's the same motion that your mouth makes, the same motion as what your ass makes when you poop. And I was like, oh yeah, poop. Yeah.
Good. Because Hitman 2 was another game that we'd put in for a review.
Yeah.
And we were hoping to get it before Red Dead hit so that you could have played it.
Yeah.
But we didn't, and you haven't.
No. But if I'm actually tempted to buy the game, it's on my Christmas list. I'm watching the price now. So that and Spider-Man are my two, and God of War, to be fair. But I kind of want to play. I think I've got on my Vita God of War 1 and 2 on the PlayStation Store somewhere. So I might play that first,
They're really good.
and then go
You've
to.
done 3.
This is the first.
I played 3 remastered not so long ago. That was good.
Oh,
Was that on the PlayStation Store? Free.
It was on PlayStation Plus.
That's what
Yeah,
I've got.
yeah.
I got it. Sorry.
Highly recommend it.
Yeah, I'm worried about. I need to know the story.
No,
No, it's a different story.
it kind of if you've played 3, it could kind of follow on.
It's like
It's
the original God of War is set in like Roman Empire sort of time, whereas this going down more Norse mythology.
Right. Okay.
Like, from what I know,
but the timeline, how things progress from 3 into the new one, could kind of works.
Okay.
The plot it makes sense, but I'm not far enough into the new one to know what is going on.
Right. Yeah. I get you.
It's literally just started to open up. But it's impressive.
Yeah.
I played it on my new 4K TV,
Nice.
which I got in Black Friday deals.
Yeah.
So I now have a 50-inch LG 4K, and it is beautiful.
It sounds really nice.
Well, I had a 43, and it just seemed a bit small for the TV unit that I've got.
Yeah.
Because my previous one was a 42-inch LG, but it was the old style HD. Bless you.
thank you.
But it had the big bezels like the older ones had.
Yeah.
So this new, the new 4K one, smaller bezel,
Yeah,
43
of course.
inch, looked smaller on the TV unit. So I was like, could really do with getting bigger. August, that went 40. Couldn't be repaired, so they gave me a voucher for the
Yeah.
money. The voucher wasn't enough to cover because I bought the TV in the Boxing Day sales last year.
Yeah.
So I've been sat waiting with this voucher. Black Friday deal, first day, 50-inch LG 4K UHD, and I love it.
Yeah.
Even the sound from the TV itself is good, and the last 4K LG wasn't.
I always get worried about the sound now that I've heard one of my mates' TVs, which is a like smart TV and all that kind of stuff, but the sound quality was so bad. So now I'm really particular.
Yeah.
I'm more interested in the sound quality than I am the actual visual quality, because the visual quality I know is going to look good.
Yeah. Our last 4K LG, the 43-inch one, the sound wasn't very good. This one, the 50-inch that we've just got, the sound is excellent.
Yeah.
And I can't pick a fault with it yet.
We'll see.
We'll see. It's been, how long? Maybe a month that I've had it. And the first 4K gaming I played on it was God of War.
Oh, wow.
And it was stunning.
The first game that I played of 4K was, I think it was Just Cause 3.
Oh,
4?
nice.
Which one's the one that's out
3.
now?
4's the newest one.
Yeah, so Just Cause 3. I played that in 4K because that was upscaled. And then another game which I can't remember, I was around my mate Adam's house and we played 2 games and both of them I was like, that is crystal clear.
Yeah. Shadow of the Colossus, I played on my last one, but I think I was ill at the time, so I can't quite remember.
Yeah.
But that was quite impressive. I'm hoping to do a bit more 4K gaming in the new year. Bit more VR, bit more 4K. Yeah.
I'm hoping to, in the January sales, get
Because
a
Spider-Man's
4K.
supposed to be really nice.
That's what I've heard, yeah. But I don't have a PS Pro.
Oh, yeah.
I've just got 2 standard PS4s.
Went together.
I know, it doesn't
Smush
work.
them together.
Even though they look exactly like that.
Well, I got the 500 million edition
No, it's beautiful.
PS4 Pro, which is like the translucent blue with the copper, and pre-ordered that. It was the only one that they had coming into stock in Game & Pool.
Oh, you saying?
Yeah, and I was literally front of the queue, and the guy behind me was like, "Oh, have you got any more?" We're like, "Sorry, mine."
Already gone.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
And you've got the camera
And the controller.
and the controller are all themed the same colour.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
So beautiful.
Yeah. Ant's just gone to the loo, so
He has.
we can't really talk gaming because you haven't done any.
I haven't done much. Literally, I played a bit of that and played a bit of Madden. Because I've just been back and forth to Brighton.
Ant says he's been beating you on Madden.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Of course he does.
Has he not then?
No, he does.
Oh, he has.
No.
I
Yeah.
couldn't be sure if you were like,
No,
oh,
no,
yeah,
he
yeah,
does. Yeah, no, he actually does. My team. I can't play. I'm really bad.
So you can play in real life.
I can play in real life, just not in fake life. I just like to play in fake life because I get to know the people. He's just better than me at it.
Phil's talking about.
Madden. And how bad I am.
So which Madden? What is it? Madden 19 that you're playing?
18. I'm playing 18. What are you playing, Phil?
Same one.
Is it the same game?
Yeah, because you came round and played it, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. I just...
Played it.
Yeah, it's good.
You-
Yes, so...
There's a part where you have to... There's a challenge where you go to an army base and you have to basically hit all these targets against Dan Marino.
Dan Marino. I'm Jose Canseco.
Liar.
Yes. I was gonna be Jose Canseco. Yeah. Madden. Had you finished, or were you still?
No, we literally, as soon as you walked out of the room, we stopped.
Oh,
I then pushed it to the side.
fair enough.
It's Madden.
We'll come back to it now.
So it's good, is it?
Right, so... Madden, yeah?
The last
Madden.
one.
So, yeah, we've got Madden 18, haven't we, Phil?
Yes. I've got Madden 18. Haven't got the new one because it's got a character on the front of it that it's not even a character, it's a real person.
Who is it?
Is it not Bell? Or is it Brown?
I think it's Antonio Brown.
Is it Brown?
Yeah, it's
Bell.
not Levon Bell.
Well, yeah, because who the hell is Le'Veon Bell?
Yeah, I don't know where he's gone. He's packed up his board and left.
Who is Le'Veon Bell?
Some dude who decided...
Is he a rapper? I can't remember. Is he a rapper or did he used to play NFL?
I think he used to play NFL.
He used to play NFL.
Literally, Stefan has no idea what we're talking about. Basically, this guy called Levon Bell, who's running back for Pittsburgh Steelers.
He's not a running back for the...
Not anymore, he's not. But basically, he turned down something like a $65 million contract because he wanted more money.
But then another player did actually get paid £65 million, and this guy is actually like their head player, their best player that always gets franchised. So like he's number one in running back.
It's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, he's a big deal.
So yeah, Madden 18. Me and Phil both play it. I love playing against Phil. It's literally one of my most favourite things to do now.
I haven't played in ages. Last time we played, it was pretty bad.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't bad for you. It was bad for me.
You did actually get a touchdown, but it was within the last 30 seconds, and I was being real cocky. I could have just ran it out, and I didn't.
It wasn't as bad as the time that you and me played when...
Oh, yeah, when you almost walked out. I thought you were going to literally throw the control on the floor and walk out.
No, it's the time just before that, before we reset it.
Oh,
Snow.
the snow.
Oh, God, that was horrible.
We played our first match was in
Literally, our
the snow.
first match was random. And Matt laughed. He goes, just imagine if it was snowing. And we were both like, it doesn't snow in San Francisco.
Yeah, and it was snowing in San Francisco.
And we were like, what the fuck is this?
And we couldn't pass it. Every run play, we were fumbling it. It was slow. It was the worst match I've ever played. I think we stopped after like
I think
a
we got
quarter
to
and
the
a
third.
half.
And at third, we started getting a bit better because like the snow had where you ran, the snow didn't come back again. But like, just wasn't good.
It was so
literally
boring.
Going for a 3-yard pass. Oh, fumble.
And we were just like, well, this is point. And Matt was like, I think you guys just aren't very good. So we then restarted it with.
That would piss me off.
Yeah.
Oh, literally, both of us were like, this pissed me off.
It was winding us both up. And then we started the game with normal weather, And straight away we picked up our groove and we're like, there you go, Matt, we proved it.
We can do it.
We could do it. It was the snow.
The snow affects you so much. Like
I haven't played a game in the snow. I'm actually worried for when that actually happens because I'm in my third season now and I'm worried.
So if you go against Bills end of season,
It better not be.
if you go Bills end of season, it always snows.
I
But
wanna-
Bills January,
Now,
guaranteed
yeah.
snow.
So the game itself, Madden 18, not 19, I think is pretty good. It was worth the £8.99 I paid for on sale on the PlayStation Store. I also,
It's up for about tenner.
yeah, I got NHL 18 and Madden 18 at the same time for like 18 quid. And I was like, that sorted me out for the next 3 or 4 years for sports.
Nice.
Because I don't need to keep on buying the newest FIFA and stuff like that. I just buy one and have that one for ages because they don't change anything to the game. So what's the point?
Well, they say they do.
Yeah.
They say they change a lot,
Yeah, it's true.
and then
So-
they change nothing.
One of my favourite things, though, Phil, was when we were playing on Madden about, not last time, the time before, when I was around Matt's. And you went, no offence, Ant, but why do you keep playing towards the inside and not the outside?
Oh, what inside runs?
You were doing inside passing. And I literally just looked at you and went, Phil, I'm beating you by like 20 points. I'm just making risks now. And you just went real quiet. I was like,
I did pull that back though. That one, I think it pulled it back to like not as bad as the one in there. That one in there was just like I just had enough. My life was gone at that one.
by the end of it, I was just doing run plays and literally getting touchdowns from like 60, 70 yards. And I was like, I don't understand what's happening here. I honestly thought that his controller was broken or something. There was something not right. But what I find hilarious is Phil actually plays American football. That's my favourite thing about it. He's sat right now wearing his actual Bobcats top. He plays for a semi-professional league. But you just can't beat me on Madden.
Yeah, but is your poorly finger required for playing Madden?
To be honest, it still hasn't been fixed, but I can now bend it.
And also the time before last, it was when he had no broken fingers.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was at full
But
fitness.
that one wasn't as bad. The score difference wasn't as bad because I think it was like 24-27 in the end.
I think one of them was like that, yeah.
The one out in there was like 48-7.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
That was horrible.
Yeah. I think I swapped my quarterback halfway through the game. Yeah, it was a good game.
It was horrible.
Yeah, it was good.
So
No one could make a pass.
no one can make a pass. What, in the snow?
No.
it was just me. I couldn't make anything work. Like my life.
So you said that your Christmas list, you had Spider-Man
Spider-Man.
and God of War.
Well, I've not asked for God of War. I've only asked for Spider-Man.
Oh, okay.
So I expect to freaking get Spider-Man.
Well, I
That's
should
the only
hope
thing.
so.
That's the only thing I've actually asked for. So if I don't, I'll be like, what? Like the one? I'm not like selfish and crazy over Christmas because I don't usually celebrate it. But I was asked, what do you want for Christmas?
Oh, you're not going to be having a Christmas like last year. Well, you were like, I've got my weed, I've got my big ass meal, I'm going to drink whiskey or whatever it was. And
Yeah.
Bourbon.
I have bourbon, I've been playing Fortnite and Hitman.
Oh my god, yeah!
Because like Christmas Eve, Christmas night and Boxing night, me and you were online playing Fortnite.
Yeah, we did actually, didn't we?
Yeah. It was awesome. I think that made my Christmas last year.
Yes! I actually remember that now. Sorry,
Because we were chatting and you're just like, yeah, I've got my bourbon and I had my big ass meal. And you were like, to be fair, Steph, I think I had too much food.
I remember saying that.
And I was just laughing. I was like, yeah, you bastard. You were like, yeah, and I've just been smoking and playing Hitman and
I was really trying to complete Hitman. I remember it because I was like, I need to complete this game. It's bugging me that I haven't done it yet.
and I was just jealous.
And do you know what? I want to do that again. And that was one of my favourite Christmases.
Yeah, I was and continue to be jealous of the Christmas you had last year. Although I did have a good Christmas last
Yeah.
year, but so
Fun.
you worked last year, didn't you? Because you were at the
Oh,
Horseman.
yeah.
Because
Yeah,
you
I
were
was.
helping the homeless.
Always help the homeless
Yeah.
until they want money off me. And I tell them bugger off.
Phil regularly helps the homeless by inviting them back to his.
That is true. The lazy innkeeper.
You know, when we were walking back from the cinema last week,
Oh yeah.
and we bumped into that group,
Oh yeah.
and you said, "I bet she messages me later."
Oh god.
Did she message you later?
I don't think she did actually because I didn't charge my phone. I can't remember. I didn't even charge my phone that night.
Standard. Standard Phil.
Standard.
So what's on your Christmas list, Philp? Game-wise?
Game-wise, I just want to get Spyro, to be honest.
Does look good. We played it at
Yeah.
EGX and it was really nice.
Is it a remaster?
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Spyro, a game that I am looking forward to, because I loved the game when I was a kid, was CTR.
Oh yeah,
Crash Team
they
Racing.
announced the remaster of that, haven't they?
Yeah,
If they can do that properly,
I'll be happy.
yeah, because we played Sonic Team Racing and it was rubbish.
I'm not a big fan of Sonic. What's the other one they did? Sonic Heroes and also Sonic
The
Racing.
tag team one. Where you
Yeah.
had to-
That was Sonic Heroes.
Yeah.
But then you had Sonic Racing Transformed.
That wasn't.
That was all
bad.
right.
That was
Going
right,
between the
right.
boats and the planes
car.
and stuff. I had that as a launch title on Wii U, and I really liked it.
But the actual demo that we played just literally just felt like 4 seconds behind anything you pressed.
Yeah, there was no, and it's a shame because it's being made by Sumo Digital.
Yeah, the guys that did the Snake Pass.
Yeah, because we saw David Dino, who we actually interviewed, but yeah, it was disappointing to whether or not it was that build, but
Thing is, though, that's what you review it on, isn't it? What you've got in front of you.
yeah, so there you go.
He didn't look stressed out at all when we saw him.
No,
Because if someone told me the game was running a bit slow, controller to actual game, like from the moment you actually press something, like 3 or 4 seconds later, it actually decides to move.
yeah, it
Yeah.
just
You would
wasn't.
be like stressed.
Yeah,
You'd
it
be
just
like-
wasn't responsive, but
Yeah, you'd be like, right, that's probably that game not sold.
Yeah.
To anyone.
unless it was just us, because we were tanked up on Monster.
How much?
Oh,
Every 2.5 hours.
yeah, like every 2 hours, they had a bar there, Monster Bar, and every 2 hours, they'd open it, and you could just go up to this bar, and they'd give you a can of Monster. They had fridges behind them of all the different flavors, and you could just pick one.
Was it big cans?
Yeah.
Oh my lord.
And so I was drowning in the mango one, which was lovely, and there was a yellow one.
Oh, the
No, the pink.
Valentino Rossi.
Was it the pink one?
No, I just
The Valentino Rossi is lovely.
because it's not carbonated.
It's a still lemonade.
Yeah, I like that one because it just
Yeah.
just falls down. It doesn't feel like you don't feel bloated off it.
That's the problem I have with the stuff, yeah.
yeah,
I have one can, that's it, I'm done.
Yeah, we
For a
were
week.
kind of wired from
A to B,
from those.
and then obviously not so wide at the end of the night.
Yeah. So, Chris, what did you actually say? What apart from Spyro and
No.
Crash Team Racing is going to be
CTR,
next
yeah,
year?
next year anyway. To be honest, no, I literally just want to be able to put my head down and actually play Red Dead at some stage and actually play the storyline. I'm not too phased about online at the moment. I just want to get the storyline done.
To be fair, like I said earlier, there's not too much to be too phased about online yet. I'll give it about 2 months.
I just want to enjoy. Have you 100% of the game in terms of storyline, or have you?
I've done all 107 missions,
Okay.
and I've done all but one Stranger Mission story arc. But but that was on my previous
Is there
game.
like, do you know how GTA's got the 100%, which annoyed me when I went from Xbox 360 to PS4?
Yeah.
That I didn't keep
That's-
because
yeah.
I spent a lot of time doing all those stupid side missions that really annoyed me.
Yeah.
Have they got that on?
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, there is a 100% game completion
Have
achievement.
you
Is on
done
there.
that or?
No. You know me. I'm very rarely do I ever do those because even though I'll play that game,
You don't. You just go back to playing it in a different. Yeah.
yeah, I am tempted to do them because I only need like 6 more.
Okay.
So I'm so close, but it's like get gold medals in 80% of the missions. Do
Is it the same sort of style as the GTA with gold, silver, and you have to do it in a certain amount of time?
Yeah.
Or...
Yeah, that's it. So I'll probably look back and go, I probably already have quite a high percentage of gold. But at the same time, I'm like,
Yeah, it does get like that. I remember doing that in the GTA ones, and it's like, oh, it's kind of a pain in the backside.
yeah.
Because there's like that. Do you remember that one mission in GTA 5 we had to close all the menus?
Oh, because of the pop-ups at Life
Yeah.
Invader.
You had like
You had to
11
go in-
seconds to close them
Yeah.
all to get a gold.
Yeah, you were hired to basically be like a temp who goes in there to clean up people's PCs, and you go in, and it's just like loads of porn.
Yeah.
And it's
I
the
don't know what I clicked on.
yeah, it's the Life Invader mission where you then blow up the guy's head with
Yeah.
the phone call.
Just before you transfer all your money into the other company.
Yeah. It's such a clever story arc. Yeah, like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, Red Dead, it's on my list. I will likely get it, but when, I don't know.
Yeah. If westerns aren't your thing, because obviously the build up, there was a month and a half, 2 months before the game came out that I was watching westerns like nearly every other night. I've seen so many classic ones now because Now TV and Netflix, they have loads of selections.
Oh, I have watched a western recently.
Go on.
I watched The Ballad of Buster Scruggs.
I really want to see that.
See, I watched the first 20 minutes. I don't want to derail this part of the conversation, and we're drawing the episode to an end. It's the first 20 minutes are brilliant.
Yeah.
Absolutely amazing. If the whole of the film was that, film of the year for me, but it drifts off and it's six stories altogether.
Yeah.
Now, I was so impressed with the first story that the rest of them, I was like, and there's a couple, like there's one or two that I can think of that I was like, yeah, I really liked that, but for very different reasons. And then there's one with Liam Neeson that was good, and the ending is kind of like, oh, and it's weird.
Yeah.
But the first 20 minutes was superb. And it is it's the best, even if you just watch that first story,
Yeah.
then, the second one, because you've got James Franco and Stephen Root.
I love Stephen Root.
But maybe the first two stories, but watch the rest of them if you quite like westerns. It tells some very interesting stories.
Yeah.
Some are stronger than others. The problem is, right out the gate, the first story is phenomenal.
Right, yeah. So it's got so much to live up to, and afterwards it just doesn't do that.
Because the first story is the titular Buster Scruggs.
Right.
And he's the best character of all of the 6 stories. So to be fair, in my opinion, they should have ended with that one.
Yeah.
And they should have eased it in. There's one story in there about a guy prospecting for gold, which should have probably been maybe the first story.
Yeah.
The James Franco one's quite good. There's one where it's just literally 4 people. Was it 5? It might be all these people on this stagecoach, and you think it's one thing, and then it turns out to be another, and you're like, okay. And that's quite clever. But then there's one that's just kind of like the Liam Neeson one's kind of just a bit boring and a bit sad. And it's like, yeah.
Have you seen the movie 4 Rooms?
No, but I've heard of it.
Because that's like 4 different stories. And it's Robert Rodriguez does one of them. Quentin Tarantino
Oh,
did
yeah,
the
I know
4th
what
one.
you mean now, yeah.
Tim Roth is like the main character,
Yeah.
overarching. He's the bellboy, the bellhop.
But all of those have
A connecting
a
story. Yeah.
Buster Scruggs, Ballad of Buster Scruggs, doesn't.
Oh, okay. So all
That's
6 chapters
what-
are all separate.
Yeah, they don't have any...
Wow, okay.
There's no connection between any of them.
Okay. I'm still going to watch it.
Oh, yeah, no, do. But even if the problem is, I think there's a reason why the whole Buster Scruggs thing, why it starts with him, because it's the best thing, and it kind of lures you into...
Yeah.
Because that's why I watched the rest, was because that first 15-20 minutes was fantastic.
Right.
Really, really... I had a smile on my face the whole time.
It must be good.
And then it just kind of... It was unfortunate that it went downhill. I was like, oh...
They got you.
What's that on?
Bless you. Bless you.
Is that Netflix or
Bless you.
just-
Netflix original.
Netflix.
Oh, okay.
Castlevania.
Castlevania's amazing.
Have you watched all of them now?
Oh yeah. Watched them all ages ago when it first came out. That second
Is
season.
it good?
Yeah.
Highly recommend. Second
Regardless
season.
of you not being a fan of anime,
Or Castlevania?
it's
Still recommend it.
still recommend it.
Totally recommend.
Yeah. It
I've only
tells
just
a
went
really...
to a Metroidvania style game recently, which is Exile's End.
Oh, okay. Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, the carry on
Are
with
you
the same.
enjoying it? Watch Castlevania is 8 episodes, second season.
Was it more? No, is it 8 episodes? Is the part? The 8th episode is the part that you and me both really liked, and I think there's 1 or 2 after.
No, that's 7.
Is it 7?
6 and 7 were the 2 of the
Big
second
ones.
season that were just amazing.
But I
And
think
then
there's-
8 rounds it all off.
But there's 1 after that, isn't there?
No.
Is 8 the one where it basically
Yeah.
after?
Yeah.
Laugh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it was more. It felt longer in the fact that
The
it's so
first
good.
season's 4 episodes. Second season's 8 episodes. Watch it.
How long an episode?
20
25
minutes, 25 minutes.
And it's only a 4-episode season.
Yeah.
I can get into that. So is it like a Castlevania story?
It's basically Dracula is real. He marries a human woman. The humans don't like that, and
But she's a witch in a sense in
Yeah.
their eyes.
Dracula has taught her magic and stuff.
Right.
And the rest of the humans don't like that, so they kill her. Dracula doesn't like that,
Why would he? It's his wife.
and decides, right, fuck this, I'm going to wipe out humanity.
Yeah,
him a
he's
date.
sad.
He gives
Yeah.
them a date. He doesn't wipe them out straight away.
Oh yeah,
He
yeah.
gives them a
He
date.
gives them a date, and they don't believe him. And then when he
It's
turns
not
up,
going to happen.
and when all this shit is going down, disgraced vampire and monster hunter Trevor Belmont.
Oh, thank God he's got a surname like that.
Um,
It's Trevor. All right, Trev.
He is like the last in the line of the Belmont family, and he gets caught up in the whole thing and ends up
Because he's not
going
liked
after.
by the priest and the Catholic religion that's in place.
And it's basically their fault why Dracula's come about, and so he then is helping. He's then trying to take down the monsters and saving people, and he gets caught up with a woman and Dracula's son.
Oh.
And it's really well written. It's really well acted.
And the art style.
The art
and
styles,
art
yeah.
style is amazing.
Yeah,
It is on my watch list on
'Cause
Netflix.
it's
So.
it's very character based than it is action. And the second series brings in some extra characters and actually makes you feel for like Dracula and
I already
Some
felt
of
for
his-
Dracula because his wife got killed, and I was like, "That's not nice."
yeah, and
It goes into more detail in the second, I think.
Yeah.
First doesn't really explain too much.
About the death of her.
Yeah.
I bet she gets real mobbed.
she gets burnt at the stake, doesn't
Yeah,
she?
course.
Burnt the stake.
That's the standard.
yeah,
that's
even-
the standard death for a witch, isn't it? That or
Yeah.
drowning.
But it's genuinely
We'll have to
it's
find out if they were a witch, because if they didn't drown, then if they didn't drown, they were definitely a witch. But if they drowned, they were human.
Yep.
she's a witch. She's turned me into a newt. I got better. Monty Python.
Yeah, I was in my head. I was like, "That." I was like, "What's the other movie that's like that?"
Yeah, it's even if you're not a big fan of anime, it still tells a really good. And there's some good. It's good gruesome.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
That's
it's-
really worthwhile watching.
Yeah, and it's well written. The guy who plays Trevor Belmont he plays it really well. He's very funny and
Yeah.
very dry, but yeah, it's all really well acted, and yeah, so it's definitely one to check out. Yeah, I've been watching. I'm partway through the third of the new season of Mystery Science Theater 3000.
I've
Lords of the Deep,
I've watched
the underwater one.
watched it all, but not watched it all.
That Atlanta Rim is fucking awful.
That's the one with the thing outside the building, and it's just like a thing, and she goes, "I really miss my pony" or something at the start,
No,
and then
the robot one.
which one am I thinking?
That's the second one, the robot one.
yeah. But is it not the one where it ends with like all the space orbs?
No,
I'm trying to think which one I was watching.
that might be the Lords of the Deep, the underwater one, because there's like these weird sparkly things in that.
No, it's like literally, it's like they're in Mexico, and then there's this like weird altar thing outside, and this girl's like, "I wish I had my pony still," and then a horse comes out of it.
Oh no, I've not got to that one.
I don't even know which one. I thought that was Atlanta Rim. I
No.
must have fallen asleep trying to watch Atlanta Rim, and then woke up watching a different one.
The joke that had me absolutely in tears was in Mac and Me, the first one, when they're in the car and they're all going, "Pretty nice."
Pretty nice.
Oh, these cars, they're pretty nice. So during the rest of the film, they're like,
They're
pretty nice.
Pretty nice.
And every time it would just crop up at when you least expected it. It was so funny. Yeah, that was a couple of Fridays ago for me. That was my evening watching Mystery Science
I might
Theater.
have to rewatch that one.
It was very good. Because it's
I need
the
to see
first
that.
Mystery Science Theater episode where I have actually seen the film that they're watching.
Have you actually seen that before?
Yeah, I've actually seen Mac and Me. I don't
Such
remember.
a bad movie.
I don't remember when or where, but I remember having seen it and then watching through the Mystery Science Theatre when I was like, oh my god, I remember this bit. It's the first time ever watching a Mystery Science Theatre film that I'd already seen.
There's only a couple on. And then Gauntlet and The Return.
The Return's the last season. The Gauntlet's the new one. The Gauntlet's
Yeah.
6 episodes. Oh, Felicia Day.
I love her.
What else there was on this?
I want her for Christmas.
Isn't it's the name of the episode or the name of the movie they're watching?
Yeah, should be. I think
So Mac and Me,
is the first one.
Atlanta, Rim,
Yeah, I remember them taking the mick out at the
yeah,
start.
Lords of the Deep.
Atlanta's a bigger ocean.
The Daytime Ended, Killerfish, and Ator.
Yeah.
Oh, what's the one before Killerfish?
Daytime Ended. That sounds familiar
That
to me.
might be the one that I watched.
Okay, I
Well-
need to get through them.
Killerfish, The Daytime Ended, Laws of the Deep, Atlantic Rim, and Mac and Me all sound familiar to me. I've watched a
Mac
lot
and
of
Me.
weird B movies though.
Mac and Me is probably the biggest one out of all of them. It's so bad, but it's so funny.
Yeah.
Yes. And actually, speaking of which, no, sorry, I lost what I was gonna. We will try and record again very soon. This has been a catch up. We're gonna start theming them again.
Yeah.
Genres,
And all that kind of stuff.
yeah, alcoholic flavorings,
That'd be great. Phil would probably have a lot of input.
strains of weed,
Have no idea
hops,
how that works.
and barley,
Always
and
a malt.
beers,
And chicks.
and
Pretzels.
yeah, and nachos.
You do like a nacho, don't you?
I'm quite partial to a nacho. Yes,
I'm a pretzel man myself.
are you? Right.
Pretzel?
No, thank you. Elephant pretzels made from fresh,
Real elephant.
elephants.
If it isn't from a pretzel elephant, what's the point?
Exactly. Well, thank you for joining us, folks. If you want to find us on the interweebs, noahsarcadeuk.com or facebook.com/noahsarcadeuk and Twitter.
Noah's Arcade UK.
Yes. And I am High Stefanition.
And Monkey Man Phil.
I'm highest definition.
No, you're not. You only wish you were.
It's true. I'm Anton Bain.
You're an imposter. And yes, this will probably be it for before Christmas. So have
Most
a lovely
likely.
Christmas, everyone.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas. God bless us, everyone, including you, Phil.
I don't like
You filthy heathen. Because it's all about the presents. And you'd much rather it was about Jesus.
Oh, I just want Jesus.
Jesus loves you. He's not in love with you.
Say bye, Phil.
Bye, Phil.
Say bye, Anthony.
See you then.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good one. Bye.
Say bye, Phil.
Bye, Phil.